Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham Ali Khan. So now this is the last and final video on computation of tax liability, that is assessment of individuals. So far till the last video I have completed 8 problems on computing the total income and tax liability of an individual. So in this video I am going to complete, that is 9th and 10th problem. So 10 problems are enough on computing the total income. So don't join in the middle. If you want the complete command on the subject of Income Tax Act 1961, watch the video from beginning, first video. If you have not watched, I suggest you to go to the playlist of my channel. Select the subject Advanced Aspect of Income Tax. Select the video of Assessment of Individual. Watch the first video. I have explained you what are the things you have to remember while computing the total income and tax liability. Remember, the problems are based on the provisions. So for any topic, first of all, you should be acquainted with all the provisions of the Income Tax Act. Then only you should come to the problems. Otherwise, if you join in the middle, if you randomly watch the video, you will not get the command on the subject. So before starting the 9th problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems, which I have given in the link under my description. So always keep ready the problems and then start watching the videos on problems. Take a screenshot of the solution of problem 9th and 10th. Then I'll explain in detail the points of these problems. Come on, see the 9th problem. The following are the income particulars of Srimati Anurahada, age 81 years. Calculate tax liability for the assessment year 21-22. First of all, the SSC is 81 years. If the age of the SSC is 80 or more, they are called super senior citizen. Some provisions, extra separate provisions are there for computing the total income and tax liability of super senior citizen. Age above 80. So here in our problem 81 years, so super senior citizen. The first distinguishing point is, for super senior citizen the basic exemption limit is 5 lakh rupees. The basic exemption limit is 5 lakh. Below 5 lakh no need to pay any tax. Now lottery income gross, it is taxable under income from other sources. Long-term capital gain in respect of building, long-term capital loss in shares, long-term capital loss in jewelry. So SSC is having long-term capital gain and long-term capital losses. So Income Tax Act says the long-term capital losses can be deducted, can be set off from long-term capital gain. So here long-term capital gain in respect of building is 5,20,000. From 5,20,000 we can deduct the losses, long-term capital losses. That is 1,89,000 LTCG on loss, long-term capital loss on shares. Similarly, long-term capital loss on jewelry, 1,50,000. Both can be deducted. Next, interest on bank deposit 72,000. This is the new point. Remember, interest on bank deposit is taxable under income from other sources. Later on, deduction will be given under section 80TTB. There are two sections, 80TTA and 80TTB. 80TTA is the deduction allowed for interest on saving bank deposit only for non-senior citizen. So 80TTA is applicable only on interest on saving bank deposit, and that too for only non-senior citizens. But 80TTB is applicable for senior citizen and super senior citizen for bank interest, any type of deposit. Not necessarily only saving bank deposit, any deposit, interest received on any deposit, deduction will be allowed under section 80TTB. The maximum deduction is 50,000. In 80TTA, the maximum deduction was 10,000. But for 80TTB, the maximum deduction is 50,000. Now, profit on silver speculation, this is the income from business. Then income from house property 2,84,000. Directly it is given income from house property, so no need to calculate. Directly we should take income from house property. Then business profit, income from business. Donation to charitable institution. Donation given is eligible for deduction under section 80G. So here deduction rate 50%, donation amount is 21,000. So 50% of 21,000, 10,500 will be allowed as deduction under section 80G. Last one, qualified saving 84,000. Qualified saving deduction will be allowed under section 80C. Completely 84,000 will be allowed. So I have explained you all the individual points. Now how the solution will be presented here. Computation of total income of Srimati Anuradha for the assessment year 21-22. And super senior citizen, because it is given the age of the SSC is 81 years. Super senior citizen. Income from house property directly 2,84,000. No need of any computation. Income from business. He is having two businesses. She is having two businesses. One speculation, one non-speculation. Both will be taken. There is no loss. Business profits are 8,90,000. Profit from silver speculation 2,18,000. So total income from business 11,08,000. Now income from capital gain. Long-term capital gain on sale of building, it is 5,20,000 given. From this long-term capital gain, we can set off the long-term capital loss. Long-term capital loss on jewelry 1,50,000 deduct. Similarly, loss on long-term capital loss on shares 1,89,000 deduct. So ultimately 1,81,000 is the long-term capital gain, LTCG. LTCG is included in the total income, but later on while computing the tax liability we have to separate it because there is a flat rate of tax on LTCG 20%. Next comes income from other sources. Now the SSC is having lottery income gross 1 lakh rupees. Remember, lottery income is a casual income. First of all, it will be included in the total income, but later on while computing the tax liability we have to separate it because on casual income there is a slab rate of tax of 30%. So here we will include the lottery income 1 lakh. Interest on bank deposit 72,000. It is taxable under income from other sources. Now take the gross total income. 2,84,000, 11,08,000, 1,81,000, 1,72,000. Total gross total income GTI 17,45,000. GTI. From GTI deductions will be allowed under section 80C. Sorry, 80. First of all, we will take 80C, qualified saving. Directly given in the problem 84,000, fully taken. Deduction under section 80G for donations given. Specifically given in the problem 50% is the rate. So 50% of 21,000, 10,500 deduction. And one point is not given regarding deduction for bank interest. Now a student must know, when an SSC is a super senior citizen and the SSC has received bank interest, then deduction will be allowed under section 80TTB. The amount of deduction is list of the following two. Actual amount of interest or fixed amount 50,000. That is the limit given by Income Tax Act. The actual bank interest received is 72,000. Whereas fixed amount is 50,000, whichever is least. So 50,000 will be allowed as deduction under section 80TTB. So here 80TTB, interest on bank deposit, super senior citizen, that's why 50,000. All the deductions are over. Take the total of the deductions. 84,000 plus 10,500 plus 50,000, 1,44,500 is the total deduction. Deduct. The total income comes to 16,500. That's it. We have computed the total income of the SSC. Now we have to compute the tax liability. First of all, we have to segregate how much is the normal income and how much is the special income. Special income means the income on which there is a flat rate of tax. So here in our problem, two special incomes we have. The first special income is LTCG and second special income is winning from lottery. So we separate these two incomes. So total income 16 lakh 500. From 16 lakh 500 deduct a lottery income 1 lakh and LTCG long term capital gain 1 lakh 81,000. Subtract minus. That's why I'm putting in bracket. So deduct 16 lakh 500 minus 1 lakh minus 1 lakh 81,000. Normal income is 13 lakh 19,500. 13 lakh 19,500 is the normal income on which slab system of tax will be applied. Different rate of tax for different level of incomes. So here tax on normal income, slab income rate tax. The first slab is up to 5 lakh rupees because the SSC is a super senior citizen. The first slab up to 5 lakh no tax. So up to 5 lakh income 5 lakh nil. The second slab goes from 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh. The rate of tax is 20%. 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh. So here second slab. The income is 5 lakh. The rate of tax is 20%. So 5 lakh into 20%, 1 lakh rupees is the tax. Now over 10 lakh rupees, the balance 30% is the rate of tax. Now the normal income is 13 lakh 19,500. So total 13 lakh 19,500. From this deduct the first two slabs 5 lakh 10 lakh. So 13 lakh 19,500 minus 10 lakh. The remaining balance is 3 lakh 19,500 on which 30%. So calculate 30% of 319,500, 95,850. Now we can calculate the tax on normal income. 1 lakh plus 95,850. 1 lakh 95,850 is the tax on normal income. So here tax on normal income 1 lakh 95,850. To this we add the tax on LTCG at 20%. How much is the LTCG? Here we have calculated 1 lakh 81,000. Long-term capital gain on sale of building is 1 lakh 81,000. 20% of 1 lakh 81,000, 36,200. To this we add tax on casual income, winning from lottery, 30% flat. So how much is the winning from lottery? 1 lakh. So 30% of 1 lakh is 30,000. Take the total. Total comes to 2 lakh 62,050. This is the total tax. On the total tax, add up health and education cess 4%. So 4% of 262.50, 10,482. So total tax comes to 2,72,532. From this, TDS will be deducted. On what TDS? Winning from lottery. So according to Income Tax Act 1961, when a person wins from lottery, the TDS will be made. The issuer will deduct the tax and only the net amount will be paid to the winner. So here gross winning from lottery is 1 lakh. On that 1 lakh, 30% we assume that already TDS was made. So deduct the TDS. TDS on casual income 30,000 because you can see here 30,000 is the tax on lottery income. So this is not given in the problem, but we must know, we must assume that according to the law, always TDS is there on winning from lottery. So 30,000 deduct, 2,42,532. This is the tax liability. But according to the provisions, the tax liability should be rounded off to the nearest 10 rupees. The last two digits you see 32. So ignore 2 rupees, make it 30. So rounded off tax liabilities 2,42,530. That's it. So a number of points I have explained in this problem. Always keep a notebook when you watch this video. In the notebook, whatever points I'm explaining, these points you must write it down. And in examination, working notes are compulsory. Not only solution, but after writing the solution, you should write the working notes. Like example in this problem, first working note regarding the deduction under section 80 TTB. The SSC is a super senior citizen and getting interest on bank deposit. So she is eligible for deduction under section 80 TTB. The deduction is Least of the following two amounts, actual interest received or 50,000, whichever is less, that you have to write in working note. That you have to write in working note. Similarly, the long-term capital losses can be deducted from long-term capital gain. Thirdly, it is assumed that TDS are already made from winning from lottery, so TDS is deducted. These are the points you must write in working notes. Now I am coming to the next, last and final problem, that is problem number 10. From the following particulars, compute total income and tax liability of an SSC whose status is individual resident and ordinary resident of 65 years of age for the current assessment year 21-22. First new point, 65 years of age means the SSC is a senior citizen. So remember the points. Below 60 years, non-senior. 60 years and above, but below 80 years, senior citizen. 80 and above, super senior citizen. Because the provisions are different for these three categories. So always you have to decide in which category the SSC comes. So last problem, 65 years. So SSC is a senior citizen. The basic exemption limit is 3 lakh for senior citizen. Next, pension received. See here, there are two types of pensions. Periodical pension received by the SSC and family pension received by the legal heirs of the deceased SSC, deceased individual. So here it is not given family pension, it is given simply pension. The pension is taxable under the head income from salary. As we compute income from salary, similarly we compute income from pension also. The pension is taxable. See here you can see computation of total income of dash for the assessment year 21-22 senior citizen. Income from salary will take pension receipt. Pension is just like salary. From pension, deduction will be allowed under section 16. Only one deduction is there, 16(1)(a), standard deduction. The maximum standard deduction is 50,000. So we can give 50,000 deduction. So 5,30,000 minus 50, 4,80,000 is income from salary. Next comes rent from subletting the house 2,000 per month, repair 800, insurance 350, collection charges 200. Actually, rent from house property is taxable under income from house property. But rent from subletting the house is taxable under income from other sources. No deduction will be allowed under section 24. That 24 deductions will be available under income from house property. But this subletting rent is taxable under income from other sources. So 2,000 rupees per month. So 24,000 per annum. So you can see here income from other sources, rent from subletting 24,000, and all the incidental expenses will be allowed as reduction. Repairs, collection charges. So repairs, insurance, collection charges, whatever SSC has paid on this income. Repairs 800, insurance 350, collection charges 200. All the three will be deducted. So 24,000 minus 800 minus 350 minus 200, 22,650 is the taxable rent from subletting. Next comes gross sales in the business. Actually, the SSC is having income from business. Directly income from business is not given. Sales are given. From sales, we deduct the purchases, expenses, depreciation. After deducting these purchases, expenses, depreciation, we'll get income from business. So we have to compute income from business. You can see here, income from business, gross sales are given 10,24,400. From gross sales, deduct purchases and other expenses 81,500, 8,15,000, sorry. Depreciation 42,000. Deduct. So 10,24,400 minus 8,15,000 minus 42,000, 1,67,400 is the income from business. Next comes, during the previous year, he sold a long-term capital asset for 26,25,000. Selling expenses 1% and cost of purchases rupees 14,25,000. CII, cost inflation index 105. The new point in this problem is there is a long-term capital gain or loss. We have to find out. Here A long-term capital asset is sold. So what is the sale proceed received? See here, income from capital gain. Consideration received 26,25,000. This is the sale amount received by the assessee by selling the long-term capital asset. From this, selling expenses are incurred 1%. So 1% of 26,25,000, 26,250. Deduct net consideration 25,98,750. This is the net consideration. From net consideration, deduct indexed cost of acquisition. The indexed cost of acquisition is actual purchase price. The actual purchase price is given 14,25,000. Now 14,25,000 is the actual cost of acquisition. To this you multiply the fraction. The fraction is cost inflation index of current previous year divided by cost inflation index of the year of purchase. So in our problem, cost inflation index of the year of purchase is given 105. But current previous year index is not given. Our current previous year is 2021. For 2021, the index number is 301, which is not given in the problem. You remember. Make it a note. The current previous year 2020-21, the cost inflation index is 301. So how to find out indexed cost of acquisition? Actual cost 14,25,000 into 301 divided by 105. You will get indexed cost of acquisition 40,85,000. Deduct to 40,85,000. That means 25,98,750 minus 40,85,000. You are getting negative figure. Negative figure 14,86,250. This is a long-term capital loss. Because indexed cost of acquisition is more than the net consideration. So we are getting long-term capital loss. This long-term capital loss cannot be set off from other incomes. It should be carried forward to the next year. In the next year, if there is long-term capital gain, this can be set off. Otherwise, again it can be carried forward. This is the provision. So here simply you write down long-term capital loss to be carried forward 14,86,250. I am not taking it to the outer column. Only information. Then after that, income from other sources 28,000. That directly will take. Income from other sources 28,000. Last one, total deductions under section 80, 1,72,500. We don't know what are the total deductions, 80C, 80D, 80DDB, what are they? I don't know. We do not know. But in the problem it is saying all deductions under section 80 is 1,72,500. So we'll deduct. So deductions under section 80 is 1,72,500. Deduct 5,25,550. This is the total income. On this total income, we have to compute the tax liability. So here you can see computation of tax liability, slab income rate tax. The assessee is a senior citizen. So basic exemption limit 3 lakhs. So up to 3 lakhs, income is 3 lakh, no tax. The second slab goes from 3 lakh 1 to 5 lakh. So from 3 lakh 1 to 5 lakh, 2 lakh is the income, 5% is the tax rate, 10,000. The next slab goes from 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh. But our income is not going up to 10 lakh. Our income is 5,25,500. So we'll take the balance. So 5,25,500 minus 5 lakh will get 25,550. On this 25,550, 20%, 5,110. That's it. Take the total 15,110. The tax on total income is 15,110. To this we add health and education cess 4%. 604. Take the total 15,714. So round it off to the next 10 rupees. The last 2 digits you see 14 rupees. 14 rupees means ignore the 4 rupees and make it 10. So 15,710 is the rounded off tax liability. See here, there is no tax rebate under section 87A because the assessee's total income is more than 5 lakh. And there is no surcharge applicable because the income is below 50 lakh. No surcharge, no tax rebate. So tax liability is 15,070. So this is the end of 10 problems on assessment of individuals. I have explained applying my maximum knowledge, maximum ability to teach. Hope you are following, you are understanding. So if you are satisfied with my lecture, give a like to the video. Share my channel among your friends, among your groups, so that more students can watch the video and enhance the knowledge. Do subscribe to my channel. And lastly, I have started a new channel by name Khan's Accounting Institute. So watch the videos in that channel also and do subscribe. The second channel I have made specifically, particularly for IGCSE students. So those who are pursuing Cambridge University or Pearson's Edexcel, that channel will be more helpful. But from knowledge point of view, those videos are very much helpful to everybody. Inshallah, we'll take up the next subject and next video, next problems in the next video, inshallah.